Welcome to DBL. Is former President Trump feeling threatened by Taylor Swift? Well, members of Trump's inner circle are reportedly launching a quote-unquote holy war against the pop star over fears that she will promote her liberal agenda and publicly back the Democrats ahead of the election. Taylor has not officially endorsed anyone yet, but she did back President Biden in 2020. Meantime, Trump doesn't seem fazed by it at all and reportedly said he's more popular than Taylor. The Kelsey brothers also seem unbothered and joked about Taylor's presence at Chiefs games this past season on their podcast. Watch.
Also, shout out to the newest members of the Chiefs Kingdom, Taylor Swift, who has officially reached the Super Bowl in her rookie year. That's got to be good.
Shout out to Tay. Thanks for joining the team.
And for all the haters out there who thought Taylor was overexposed on TV during the games, the New York Times crunched the numbers, and it said Taylor was typically only on screen for less than 25 seconds a game. And if you add the last 5 games, she was on TV for just 2 minutes and 38 seconds. A lot to talk about here, Jeff, but let's go back to this conspiracy theory. And I just read a headline from Glamour magazine saying that there's a group of people, far-right people, that believe that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are faking their relationship so that they can push their liberal agenda.
Yeah. If you get the first half of the show, we kind of talked about social media just pushing this nonsense. You really think Trump's inner circle, and again, I'm not taking sides, think that's what's happening? That Taylor Swift is somehow part of the January 6th commission and she's attacking the presidency? This is ridiculous. I mean, but people out there believe it and they buy into it and they think that's real and that's what's going on. And it's like, I don't know, we need somewhere where we could just get our facts and not have a swayed media presence, which is impossible. I mean, everything has a swayed media presence, right? Even if we do the AI algorithm, whoever did that, you think it's just an impartial AI. It's whoever made that thing is going to have already preconceived notions of what they think is right, and that's what they're going to spew out. So people really need to take discernment and look at both sides and do their reading and educate themselves and come up with a formulated, smart opinion, not what this is.
Right. And Jeff, you say, I wish we could find a place to get our facts, but our facts are kind of what we take them to be. If you and I decide to walk up to the store after this and Erica said, what'd you guys do? I said, my fact is me and Jeff walked to the store. Your fact could be we walked by 2 mail trucks. I'm telling you, they were spying on us.
Right.
Oh, look, you see those birds? They're not real. We both are walking down the same street, but we're seeing different things. And there are people, sadly, my friend, that really do think that there's a cabal that's going to take your kids and they're putting this in your milk. And it's been around forever. I mean, if you look at the tabloids and things like that, those have always pulled eyeballs. There's a reason they're there when you check out at the front of the grocery store, because people buy them.
Yeah, but you can't say, these are crazy people. You can't say Trump's inner circle thinks this. Which person? Who said that? These are crazy people.
I don't think it matters.
You can't just skew media that way. You can't do that. You can't say,
crazy is as crazy does. All of this is truly subjective, and I think to Al's point, we are getting the same thing. It's just how we're disseminating information and which reality we decide to take as our own.
Eric, I have a perfect example, and it involves you. Do you remember when you went on your Balenciaga rant about the child porn, and the booth was talking to you, you took your ear off, and people online thought that our production staff was mad at you because you were telling the truth, and really, just like I heard the word 5 in my ear, that they're just doing their jobs and we love you, Booth. That's what it is.
They're
people,
not dead.
Yes, it's been a pleasure.
They're actually
I always think they're up there.
They're not. They're
I don't know.
It's next door. Anyways, continue.
So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, our reality, we were laughing like they think that our DBL is censoring Jeff.
Yeah.
But like some people looked at that and they were like, it's clear they've gotten to Jeff and he's fighting the power. It's like, no, your earpiece was dangling.
Yeah, but you can't say, it's just, I don't like the phrasing of things. You can't say people at DBL now have a racist agenda because Jeff did his thing. Like, nobody at DBL has a race. You can't just put things in people's mouth and I get blamed for so many things that I'm not, speaking online. It's like you can't just stereotypically separate every single person based on maybe what they look like, or maybe if they somehow are Republican, that they're all far-right Trumpers and they believe in everything like that.
But Jeff, some of those principles are basic principles in which our world have been founded upon.
What do you
mean? The idea of stereotyping people based on who they are, what they look like, things they do. Like, that's how this
But the
world-
media should separate that.
well, yeah, but the media is the people, and the people are the media. Like, we act like these hierarchies just kind of exist. We have, as humans, have constructed these hierarchies. When you say it's crazy, yes, it's crazy to you, but it's absolutely very much real to other people. I don't know. I feel like this is such a deep conversation, and maybe we all need tinfoil hats to have it. Like, honestly, because that's how deep it goes into conspiracy and all of that. I think when we're talking about Taylor and Travis, which is how we started this conversation, it's interesting to me because the idea of her only being on the air for what, 2 minutes and 30-something seconds, but people feeling like the entire game had to do with Taylor Swift is just the power of a superstar. It's the idea of a little of them going a long way. But also because a little of them goes a long way, that also keeps the money long, the attention long, the press long. So anything that's happening in pop culture today will try to glom on to this train, which is a massive train with Taylor and Travis. That's why everyone wants to be connected with it, including politics.
Good points. Wow. Okay, so we're going to talk about Richard Simmons. He has been posting a lot on Facebook lately. I love hearing this because we usually don't hear from him. So ever since news of Pauly Shore's biopic about his life came out, a recent post had thousands of his fans showing their love and concern for him. In fact, yesterday he wrote, quote, "For as long as I can remember, people have made fun of me and people still do to this day make fun of me. But you know what? I'm glad to be me, and you should be glad that you are you." Now, many people responded with messages of support, telling Richard to love him as much as they love him. Listen, we all love Richard Simmons here, and I hope that we continue to hear more from him, and I hope that he sees exactly how much he is cherished and honored and celebrated. How much does social media or just being bullied at this stage in your life affect you as opposed to when you were younger?
I think it always affects you. Nobody wants to be bullied. No one wants to be picked on. No one wants to, maybe look deep down inside and find something that they're not happy about themselves and have other people that you don't know pick those things apart about you. I don't know if anyone's really truly happy. But in this particular instance, I feel like everybody loves Richard Simmons. He does great things. He seems motivational, positive. He helps so many people. But inside, he might have some demons that he doesn't like about himself. And people on the internet expose those demons, or I don't want to say expose those, maybe pick at those. They pick at him, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he's not happy about. But this, am I going too long?
No,
I'm talking
good.
too much.
No.
Anyways, that's...
No, you were... Finish up.
I don't know. Something happened and I got thrown.
No, yeah.
I feel like I'm talking a lot anyway.
No, I think definitely when, I can only speak for myself, but definitely when I was younger, what people would say would affect me a lot more than today, but I've also had to do the work. I am a people pleaser. I have those traits, and my therapist and I have had to really work hard to unlearn them. It doesn't mean that when I go on social media, what I found with me, when my cup is full and I feel good, you can throw anything at me and I'll be okay. When I'm depleted, when I'm tired, when I'm short, if I don't feel well and then I read a negative comment, I can spiral. So I gotta make sure that I'm full first.
That's such a great breakthrough. It seems like such a little thing, but I would have gone my whole life and never thought about it. It's also like when you're exposed to negative comments that...
Right, like how conditioned you are, like at what point? Because we can all think of, especially for us, like social media was very new when we were absorbing, some, Jeff, more than others, absorbing some of the vitriol that came with social media. For me, I have to be very, very careful to continue to care, because once my trust in vulnerability is exploited, I am the daughter of Roosevelt Cobb. He has shut down every single, he is impenetrable when it comes to negativity and noise. And
what will he do?
You think I'm supposed to care what you think about me? I don't see your name. I don't see your name on this list when it comes to the people who are responsible for paying my bills and my lifestyle. When it comes down to who my family is, what we do, what we say, how we feel, I don't think you got anything to do with that. So you got something to say to me, make sure you pay my bills while you at it. Otherwise, I ain't got to say to you.